Because everyone I got has been touched by the knife, I think.
That is great. So, well, one of the things you want to sit here.
Oh, I should sit here.
That's fine.
That,
you can. One of the things
pull on around or whatever you want to do. Anyway,
was
Here, let me do this.
we do want to get. So a lot of it is I just am glad to be here and see you. But a little bit of this is formal in the sense that they gave me an assignment, certain questions to ask, and they want to get a picture of your family, like somehow, like I don't know if you have a picture that I can take a picture of, like that one would be good of Jimmy's family, of all the grandkids or something, I don't know, and
well, we got one at a year old.
yeah, a year old, that'd be fine.
Let me show you.
So,
That's Cecil's family.
okay, yeah. So, but I mean, we can take a
That's
picture.
our great grandson, 7 months old, right there.
Oh wow, that is great. But so some of the things like what will happen is, you know, they're introducing 4 people for the Hall of Fame. Oh, this is perfect. Yes.
That
Before
is
I
selected.
leave, I want to take a picture of this,
Okay.
and that will be, you know, that'd be perfect because
course
you all are
they've
in it
grown
and
up.
everybody's
The
there.
trouble of it is they
Yeah.
look so much like
I put
us.
this right here. So
Oh, sure.
All my pictures look
Yeah.
just like me, and I'm not proud of that.
Before you start, I want
Okay.
to show you this.
Okay.
Did you get to see this?
No, I haven't seen it. Oh wow! The father of Asbury College athletics developed the athletic program and physical tips for working class.
You were
Sunday play led to NAIA rule.
Straw was the president of the NAIA at that time. Yeah.
And you guys got that rule passed: no Sunday play, no Sunday tournaments. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
And so what they're going to induct the 4 people. They have the videotape and some pictures already of you, you've been interviewed by somebody.
Yes. And Winston Smith was on it?
Oh
No,
yeah, Stewart.
Yeah.
And so they're going to use
We
that.
We didn't know what to say.
Brunstetter was on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're doing some. They have some pictures from newspapers. You're in a cowboy hat.
Yeah,
And
that one, the title of it is What a Life or something like
What
that.
a Life.
They
That's
did-
right.
Had a little girl come in here and sat down with the tape recorder for 3 hours and just talked.
Yeah.
And she did a really, really great job.
Yeah.
The only thing in that article that was wrong was that I was not from Ohio, I was from Corwith, Iowa.
Iowa. Yeah.
And
I
in
knew Iowa.
there, Corwith, Ohio.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know what you want to hear.
Right. Right. Well,
You ask me questions, I'll try to answer.
Sure. So, I guess the first question would be if you could talk a little bit about.
You want to start it?
I think we're going.
Are you started?
Yeah. What? You know, while you were at Greenville, tell us a little bit about what you learned. You know, I'll just go ahead right off the bat from John Straw. You know, and you know what are some things that were put in place at Greenville that carried you through this entire career of athletics and physical education and all that? So.
Well, that's one of my favorite subjects.
Right.
I've used him numbers of times, you know, when I've had a chance to talk about mentors.
Right. Yeah.
And he came in my junior year.
Okay.
And
What year was that?
that was in 1950.
Okay.
And he gave me, we got acquainted, and I was interested in administration and various things, and just interested in the total program. And he put a little desk in his office under the stairs in the old gym.
In Bern.
Yep. And just let me observe him and talk with him and he taught me more than I could have ever learned from anybody else.
Sure.
He had patience. He was kind. He had an open door. And, you know, I didn't realize it. I went with him one day to pick up a basketball player. And I thought that's what we were going for. Years later, I realized that that wasn't what he meant for. He wanted to save that boy from a situation that he was not able to rise above, and to bring him to a place where Christ could talk to his heart. And beyond that, that boy showed up down here at seminary.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, you know, Stroll,
Yeah.
he also taught me not to sweat the small stuff. And he gave me a lot of good advice. When he was working with the alumni, it was so funny. He said, Zweifel, he said, you gotta go work. He said, you gotta go meet the alumni. He said, you know them all. I said, go get them. And so when Kinlaw asked me, you know, that's the thing. I had to do what my coach said.
Right, sure.
But I had a great time working with him because I was the assistant basketball coach my senior year, and I had the junior varsity. And the junior varsity, we had a great record, and one of my main players on that was Rich Stevens.
Ah, okay.
Don't put this in this thing, but
Okay.
I'll tell you a story about Rich.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Rich and Arlene and Jeanette and I were really good buddies.
Right.
I mean, truthfully, and I can tell you some stories about the dorm and stuff. Too, and but anyway, Rich was playing on that team, and he had a 14-point per game average. He was a transfer student from Central, and we were playing a team from Southern Illinois, and we were ahead by 40 points. So I had him on the bench.
Sure, yeah.
He said, Cecil, he said, I got an average, I got to keep up. And he only had 12 points. I said, it's okay, Rich, we'll put you back in. So I waited till 20 seconds left in the game. And I told the boys in the huddle, I said, now, don't give him the ball before 5 seconds. And see how good he is. And he missed that shot, and he never did let me forget it, you know.
That is great.
I'll tell you one thing about Straw, too, is Bill Cook was pitching in a ball game, and you probably heard the story because Straw never let me forget it.
Where was the game being played at?
At Greenville,
Okay.
out on that pasture out there,
Okay.
and it was a good game. I mean, really, and guy had a line drive to right field, and I misjudged it. I did misjudge it. It went right over my head because it was sinking. I thought it was sinking, and it was going up. And I missed the ball, and it went back there, and I went back and picked it up, and I threw the guy out at third base.
Wow.
But a run had scored before him. Well, Cook said that I kept him out of the major leagues. And Stroll, every time he would see me, every time he would come, he'd talk about that. You know, missing that ball. I said, you have never one time said I threw the guy out at third base.